We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for a brief interlude. Let's fix the dust collector. Welcome back to the channel and my shop and this. I mentioned in my previous video that the remote control system for the Grizzly shop dust collector has failed. And I don't know if it's the mechanism here or if it's the fob. I think it's the fob. I mean, it's plugged in now and I hit the green start button and nothing happens. Sometimes it works, most of the times it doesn't. Had to walk over and turn it on manually. Yeah, okay, like I said, first world problem, but okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to modify, this is going to go away. I'm going to take out the system that's in here. I'm going to put a manual switch on the outside and an indicator light, and I'm going to put a remote in the power line, which is right here. And I've got a remote that I'm going to stick in there. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. Switch is a single pole, single throw, 120 volt, 20 amp switch. Not that I'm ever going to need a 20 amp switch. AC LED green that will go in here. And that's about it. And then the connectors, which I use Wagyu connectors now. I really have become a fan. But the first thing to do is get the circuit board off and out. And that's on some nylon standoffs. Okay, I don't know if that works or not, don't care, put that aside. So I've got two holes here. They are not quite the ½ inch. I'm going to drill those out ½ inch because this is a ½ inch and this is a ½ inch. So I'm going to drill those out. Oh look, I never took off the plastic. Ooh, no, it's nice and shiny. So let me go drill those holes out on my drill press. I happen to have a ½ inch drill in there right now. I've got the locked in place, the base locked in place with the hole with the ½ inch drill bit. Now I can loosen that up so it'll travel, and I'm holding it down with these clamps so it won't move, nice and tight. And I'll gently drill that hole, and then I'll drill the other hole. That's about the third time that's happened. I got to figure that out. Something's not right. I'll get a hold of the company and see if they can send me another taper. It doesn't cause any problem. It just doesn't. It's very disconcerting when that happens. Did it again. So there's the holes, one for the switch and one for the indicator light. And I can just go ahead and install those in here and then start building up the circuit again. I took the tunes off. I really shouldn't be shooting video with the tunes on like that. Anyhow, so the switch and the indicator light are installed on the cover. I left the circuit breaker in place, and I've got the wires here ready to go. I need to I think I can do it. I need more cord up into the box to extend it up so I can reach things, get good connections. If that doesn't work, I'll have to extend 2 of those wires, I think. But let's see if I can get the strain relief out and push that cord up a little further. So. That's not going to work. I need a better pair of pliers. So I do have something, these connectors here. I've had these in the shop for a while, and this will work. This will be probably the right exact fit. So this screws in the bottom of the box like that. You see, and then the wire goes up through there. Now I'm going to have to cut these off and reconnect things the other way. But all this goes through here, and this slides down onto here, and then you go up, and it locks it in place down here. You'll see what I mean when I get on this. So let me take care of this right now. So I'm going to take these ends off. And I'll put a new ends on. I can't get the ground through there, so I'll have to put a new end on that as well. And then these wires go in here, like that. Hopefully this is all going to fit. Get in there. Nope, let's see if one of the other connectors works. Wouldn't you know it? I have to drill that out. Okay. And this one will actually work. I mean, I can go put these in here, and it'll go around that wire very nicely. And then when you squeeze this, when you tighten this down, it squeezes on the cable. But I have to open that hole up a little bit, so a little bit more work. I opened the hole up a little bit, Dremel for the win, so it accepts this strain relief. And of course the power cord goes through here, then this nut goes around it, and it squeezes down the end of the strain relief, which is flexible, and that grabs the power cord and locks it in place. So let me get this back up on the motor, and we'll proceed from there. I have it wired up. It's hard to see the wiring because it's a mess. It's kind of close, but I'm pretty sure everything's fine. So I want to kind of button this up. You know, getting ahead of myself by buttoning it up right now. It's always the case. You get ahead of yourself and you think you got everything right, and you button it up, and you got to take it apart and start all over again. But let's plug it in and see what happens. Plugs over here. Let's see if hopefully I don't let any smoke out. The light dimming down as I turn it off is the capacitor in here discharging, but it works. Now let's put the remote in. The remote I got is one of these inexpensive ones, Fossman. I've had them before. They work really good. You have to pair it. It's paired. I got this off of Amazon. Link in the description, of course. So let's set this thing up. So unplug this. Plug that in there. Plug that in there. Of course, we're going to test it before we strap it up. Turn this on. Nothing. Turn it on. It's good. Now let's button this up and move on to the next project in a second. This is basically what I'm aiming at, buttoning it up. Just zip tie it out of the way up onto the dust collection system, and then now I have access from anywhere in the shop, I hope. Let's test it from over by the table saw, and we'll see how it works. Of course, you can't see the receiver from here, but voila, done. Now let me find the other remote, because there's one more thing I have to do. Un moment. I need to transfer the red flag from the old one to the new one. Remove before flight. Yes, Navy Test Pilot School. No, I did not go to the Test Pilot School. Had friends that worked there, and I got one of these, and they're kind of cool. And they give them out at fly-ins and at aviation events, wherever they're at. And it's got a little clip ring. And we're done. That's it. Happy boy. So now we'll get back to the sewing machine table, do the finishing up on that. Until next time, modify or fix a tool.